The female teen fighters of Cobra Kai never get as much appreciation as the males. I don't know why. But since I'm the best human ever, and I love both genders equally, I'm going to be deciding who is the strongest female fighter as of Season 6 Part 3, also known as End of Series. So screw the long intro, let's get straight into it. So first of all, we have to narrow it down to who are our competitors. Well, I mean, if you saw the thumbnail, you probably know, but I think we can all agree the big three girls of Cobra Kai are Zara Malik, Sam LaRusso, and Tory Nichols. Devin is low-key trash, and she's the only other relevant female fighter other than Kim Da-eun, who is not part of this debate for obvious reasons. So, first off, let's list off their feats. Starting off with Zara because she's the one with the least to talk about. Zara was the female world champion from the previous Sekai Taikai, and she also beats up Tory in some tournament randoms, well, like start of Season 6 Part 2 Tory. Although Part 3 is pretty bad for Zara, I will not lie. Her only feat is beating up a visually unbalanced Tory, and after that she just gets deleted. Zara doesn't really have any feats to show that all rather than like being implied to be on Axel's level, but that statement was in Part 2 and that's very questionable. She just doesn't improve at all from her Part 2 self, who is already getting beat up by Tory in the finale. But that's honestly all I have to say about Zara. Next is Sam LaRusso. Her best recent feats are sparring and beating Tory in training. This is a training sequence though, but I do believe it works here. That is all she kind of does though, as Sam in Part 2 doesn't really do anything at all other than get beat up by Quan, so there's not many feats I can list for Sam. As well as, I guess she beats Kara, who doesn't have a lot of feats herself. Sam's best feat in the entire show by far is the fact that she beats Tory in this exchange, because at this point, this is Tory at her strongest. So, I mean, yeah, I guess Sam's best feat is just beating Tory in training, so we'll scale off this. Lastly is Tory. Tory not only beats the hell out of Zara twice at this point, but her agility takes a huge upgrade in Part 3, which is evident. Although Tory doesn't really have that many feats other than beating Zara, which is arguably her best feat, not much else to say for Tory that I haven't already mentioned. Oh yeah, and she can do the drum technique, I guess, as well as fully adapted to Miyagi-Do when you see her using the Sam stance. Okay, so with all this in mind, who is the strongest out of the three girls? I think it's fair to say that Zara is the weakest out of all of them. She loses to Tory, who loses to Sam. That's kind of all there is to it. The caveat is arguably that Tory who fought Zara is stronger than the Tory that fought Sam. Well, I don't think that's arguable, but I'll be honest, Sam either way would scale to Tory as she still practices, I think. But either way, I think, narratively she would still scale to Tory, even if even if we don't really see her practice. If you want to argue that Sam doesn't really train after this, then yeah, Zara is probably above her. But Zara is by far the most featless in Part 3, other than beating up mentally nerfed Tory. If you think nerfed Tory scales to the Tory that Sam fought, Zara would be above. But personally, I don't think so, so Zara is going to take the last spot at number 3. Now in number 2, controversially, I have Sam. Now yes, I know I haven't mentioned it all video, the creator's statement of Sam being the best fighter. But hey, they also did say that scaling is left up to interpretation of the community, which I can't remember where off the top of my head that statement was, but I know it exists. I'll put it right here if I can find it. But let me make the case for why I think Tory is just better than Sam and has better conditions to win. Not only does she continue to train after this, which we see on screen, but Sam quite literally teaches Tory her techniques to the point where Tory even adapts her stance when she beats up Zara. And if you wonder why this matters, we all know what happened to Axel when Robbie initially learned his fight pattern. In short, a combination of Sam not visibly practicing, as she wouldn't really have a reason to, and rather she's helping Tory train, but also the fact of Sam just straight up teaching Tory her moves, which we see in Part 3, is a massive factor when you're fighting someone with the exact same moves. All of that plus Tory is actually the one who owns the feat of beating Zara. That's why I believe Tory Nichols is the strongest female fighter in Cobra Kai. Also, this is me from the future here. The reason why I honestly do not think this Sam statement is reliable in a way is because, well, I mean, Hayden Schlossberg did make this other statement about the top 5 strongest fighters, which I went over already. The honorable mention he put on there was Diego. But then there's another statement where he says that Axel / Zara are the strongest. Whether you think this statement is skill-wise, like overall, or in their similar brackets, that's up to interpretation. But honestly, both interpretations are equally as valid as each other. So I don't think there's a point of us arguing about that. But even though he says this, you know, Quan beats up Diego, and then Axel beats up Quan, and then yeah, that entire thing kind of happens. So I don't really trust. I've never really trusted Hayden Schlossberg at all with his statements. I take them with a very heavy grain of salt. But yeah, that's honestly why I do not think this statement is valid. If you think it is, then I guess that's fine. Like, there's nothing really wrong with that, because Tory and Sam are contentious anyways. But I mean, if your only argument is the creator statement, then you can quite easily be debunked. In conclusion, my top 3 from worst to best are Zara, Sam, and Tory. While Zara and Sam are contentious in a way similar to Sam and Tory, I'm pretty happy with my ranking. Anyways guys, sorry for disappearing for a while. I've just been kind of living my life as well as survive in school, because, you know, my final years are coming up and I kind of have to send in my applications very soon. But I'll try to keep up some of the videos. Anyways guys, eat your greens, stay healthy, stay out of trouble, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.